Hi everyone. So Magic Amonkhet Day 4. Technically it'd be Day 5 at this point, but I apologize. You'll notice there's no Star Wars, there's no Smurf. Just with my way my schedule is at work is at the moment, I might have to either forego doing the Star Wars videos or a month or superhero videos some Thursdays, or push them to Friday. I'm thinking right now I'm going to push them to Friday, so tomorrow I'll have something up. After I get home from work. Then also with Smurfs, we didn't get around to we a buddy of ours is back in town, so we saw something else. Saw Power Ranger. I saw Power Ranger for the second time. It was fun, well for what it was, but yeah, it was more that just wasn't feeling Smurfs. Didn't want to really waste the money, frankly. So there will be no review this week. Next week, though, the Fate of the Furious comes out, so that will be the one I get to next week. That one I can guarantee I'm getting to. But point being is that we have more Magic. We have our second Planeswalker, main Planeswalker from the set. We have the other Planeswalker. I believe, in fact, I already talked about Gideon Marshall Paragon, so I'm not going to bother talking about that again. We got a lot of cards actually to talk about so far. So, just getting into it, we have Lilliana Death's Majesty. Now, Lilliana's Death's Majesty is a 5 loyalty Planeswalker for 2 black and 3 of any color, 5 mana altogether. Her +1 ability creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Put the top 2 cards of your library into the graveyard. So right now it's trying to work with the Embalm, the Aftermath stuff, and it gives you a zombie to protect. Pretty good ability. Then a -3, again, you can use it from the get. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So recursion, as long as you got some good stuff in the graveyard, you're using the +1 in conjunction with that. Then yeah, you'll have a good time with it. It should be pretty easy to use. And then -7, destroy all non-zombie creatures. That's pretty much your ultimate. And you can get to it in 2 turns. Third turn, crack this bad boy open. You can make 2 zombies and, kill off everything else, assuming that you don't have other zombies on the field. So overall, it's a good Planeswalker. It's not groundbreaking. It's not going to be defining formats, I don't think, but it's solid for what it is. So yeah, moving on. One thing I didn't, because of the way that some of these cards look, I couldn't tell that the As Foretold was actually a Mythic Rare card. It is a Mythic Rare blue card. So there's your Mythic Rare blue. We also now have Colossopy, which is a 5/5 for 5, 1 green, 4 of any color. That's it's just a big thing, but you know what? For big things, it's fine. Those thick cards are needed. We have... Oh no, I already did Mouth to Feed. Then we have Pouncing Cheetah, a 3/2 flash cheetah for 1 green, 2 of any color. Again, just a kind of bread and butter card. Awesome. Then we have Regal Caracal. Now this one I'm a little blown away by how powerful this card is. It is a 3/3 cat. And not legendary, so you can have multiples. 3 of any color, 2 white. Other cat creatures you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. When this enters the battlefield, create 2 white 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink onto the battlefield. So what you're telling me is not just if I decide to make a cat deck, which I could easily make a cat deck with this. This is your cat lord, and you can have multiples. But you're basically getting 7 power with lifelink on 1 body, space between 3 bodies. Yeah, this card's kind of bonkers. This card is extremely bonkers. If you're lucky enough to say pull 2 of these, which 5 mana, even a pre-release isn't that bad, especially if it's mid to late game. Yeah, it's not that bad. If you pull 2 of these and then you just play them both, you can get basically 6 creatures with a grand total of 4, 2, 3. So a grand total of 4 with 3 3s with lifelink, and 2 4/4s with lifelink for a grand total of 20 power with just 2 cards. That's kind of nuts. So that is a very good card. Great, love the artwork too. Great, I love the look a Caracal Cat has. Throne of the God Pharaoh. When the second sun rests between the horns on the horizon, so begins the hour of revelations. Revelation. But see, it's going to actually be hour of devastation. Then the hour of glory. the hour of promise, and finally the hour of eternity. It's all a lie. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. Good card, honestly not a bad card, especially if you're like doing a white weenie thing and you just tap out and then they, you maybe lost 5 life, but you got like 7 creatures, so then they'll lose 7 life or 12 life altogether. I can see, and then of course you have the exert cards, things along those lines. It looks like it could be very good in the right shell, but if you're like using vigilance, that's going to defeat the purpose. So tapping creatures affects it. It all depends. This is a build around me card, but not put it in decks and just run with it card. So, but still good. Manglehorn is a 2/2 beast for 3, 2 of any color, 1 green. Again, a very common mana cost in the set. Just when it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact. Artifacts your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. For some of the, I haven't seen any artifacts in this set yet, besides maybe an artifact creature or 2 that would really be affected by the tap. And destroying artifacts, great. But obviously, this is more designed because this is in a format of Kaladesh and Aether Revolt, so this is kind of the hate card on that. As it stands, though, it's a perfectly fine card. Magma Spray gets a reprint. For those of you who don't know Magma Spray, let me remind you. Instant, common, 1 red. Magma Spray deals 2 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, exile instead. Great card. Glory Bound Initiate, 1 of any color, 1 white, so 2 altogether. 3/1. You may exert Initiate when it attacks. When you do, it gets +1/+3 and gains life leak till the end of turn. So essentially, when you're attacking and you exert, you have a 4/4. More or less, you're going to play it for its 4. You're going to play it as a 4/4. And as playing it as a 4/4, perfectly fine card when attacking. It could still die pretty easy, and its toughness is so weak that it could die to things like Magma Spray, but still not bad for the first few turns that'll probably be around. Watchful Naga. Now, this confirms that the snake people on this plane are in fact Nagas. I have not seen any confirmation that crocodile people are around, though, so I'm still waiting on that. But Watchful Naga is, again, a 2/2 for 2 of any color and 1 green. When you may exert Watchful Naga as it attacks, and when you do, draw a card. It's a draw engine. It's a 2/2 for 3, which is a perfectly fine stats. It's going to draw you stuff, so good card all around. And it's a Naga. I hope we see more Naga guys. Love Nagas, love snakes. Battlefield Scavenger, another exert creature. You may exert it when it attacks. Whenever you exert a creature, you may discard a card, and if you do, draw a card. It's a 2/2 for 2, so it's a bear with upside. So it's good. It's solid. It's a jackal. Right on. Most of these are just kind of good cards. Now this is interesting. Oh wait, no, this is in the Planeswalker deck, not the actual set. I was going to say Stone Core is making a reprint, but no. Curator of Mysteries, a Sphinx 4/4 for 4, 2 blue and 2 of any color. Flying whenever you cycle or discard another card. Scry 1. You can cycle this for 1 blue. Why would this is a perfectly solid card on its own. Why would you cycle it? Unless you're stuck and you can't play it, then maybe I can understand. But even then, I don't know. It's who knows. Then we have Failure to Comply, or Failure Comply. Failure. 1 blue, 1 of any color. It is a rare instant return target spell to its owner's hand. See, anytime I read return spells or counter all spell or whatever, something like that, whenever I read spell, it's a very deceptive thing. Because spell is anything on the battlefield, things on the battlefield, like permanents, are not spells. So they are permanents. They are no longer spells. They're only spells while they're in your hand or they're being played. Once they get played, they are no longer spells. They are whatever they are. Now, an instant or sorcery still remains a spell. So I suppose you return that to their hand and stall them. But then Aftermath, the Comply, which, to be fair, this is a very cheap one to play. Choose a card name. Until your next turn, your opponent can't cast cards of that spell. Can't cast card spells with that name, more or less. So that's more or less what it's supposed to do. It's a stall card. But even as stall cards go, it's not like you turn it into an enchantment, name the card, and it can't play it until you get rid of the enchantment or exile the card you name. It's just you can't play it till next turn. So honestly, that kind of sucks. I'm just saying that kind of sucks. Yeah, it really is not good. Last 3 cards. Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. 2/2 human cleric. 1 black, 1 green. Whenever Hapatra, whatever. Whenever she, Vizier of Poisons, deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put 1 or more -1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. It's fine. It's not going to live very long, but for however long it's going to live, it's fine. The thing is, though, it needs to be able to hit a player, and as a 2/2, I don't know if it's going to be able to do that. But we'll see if it can even get 1 off. If it's not that bad. But that's the thing. It's getting the damage in that's going to be the real problem. Then we have Hazaret's Favor. Now, I'm wondering if the favors are going to be a cycle, because we haven't seen any other favors, but maybe it will be. So 2 of any color, 1 red. Enchantment, so 3. At the beginning of your upkeep or on your turn, you may have a target creature you control get a +2/+0 and gain haste until the end turn. If you do, sacrifice it at the beginning of next turn. So it goes in line with the haste ability that Hazaret has. She's fast, she's nimble, she's quick. But, burning candles at both ends. You're going to go full power there and then, burn out after that. But that being said, in the kind of deck you'd run it in, perfectly good. I dig the card as a whole. Last but not least, Soulscar Mage. Soulscar Mage is 1 red, a 1/2 rare human wizard with prowess. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature, like a lightning bolt or something, and opponent controls, you may put that many -1/-1 counters on that creature instead. Look, if a source I control would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, put that many -1/-1 counters on it instead. Now, the prowess is fine. It's pretty much like a Monastery Swift Spear or something like that. But besides maybe the -1 interactions, which obviously it's leaning towards that, minus the -1/-1 interactions that you would get, it's kind of stupid to just say that. That's really all you'd use it for. So I don't know. It's fine. It's perfectly good. I don't know how good, but it's good. But anyway, yeah, that's all the cards. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. If you have an idea who would win Star Wars, superhero, what if, any magic, anything I do on the channel, put it in the comments below. Let me know. I'll do a review of it at some point. I'll be back tomorrow with Star Wars and one more magic video. Then I have Samurai Jack and Dragon Ball Super, legitimately Samurai Jack next week. There's no April Fools. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.